Hey gang, welcome to Mzansi and USA News. Here we go again. Here we go again. The gentleman in front of you is Udeme Okon. Udeme Okon. Now we all know that such a name does not exist in any of our official 11 languages, right? Okay, so this is one of those names that comes from the Holy Land of Nigeria. Sorry, but I didn't think that would come out of my mouth. Nevertheless, I just said that to rub it in to my fellow countrymen. Now, listen to this.
All right, I'm here with Udeme Okon of South Africa, who just won his heat in the 400 meters World Under 20, 47.03. Udeme, talk us through the race.
I knew that the boys were gonna try and push that first 200, so I just need to make sure that I stay with them and execute for the last 200. So yeah, enjoyed the race though.
Now, you're one of the few men here who have already run 45 in the quarter mile. Can you tell us how long have you been running? Where do you train?
To be honest, this is my first season. I train with UJ, my coach, Coach Lyle Wenzel. He pushes me to be the best. So yeah, I'm happy for that.
So it's very unusual for first season to be on the world stage, World Under 20. So what made you decide to go into athletics in the first place?
It started when I was young. I know that my mother used to run, do track, so I decided to follow up with it. And our family is also getting known as family as full of athletes. So I just needed to make sure that I'm also there amongst them.
Fantastic, fantastic. So what are your hopes for the semis and hopefully the final? Looking to maybe get a medal here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I worked hard with my coach for this moment. Definitely, I'll be looking to get the medal.
And what does it mean to you representing South Africa with such a great quarter mile history? The world record holder is there as well. What does it mean to you to represent South Africa on the world stage?
It means that it's both the best. I mean, I'm happy that I'm running for this country, the world record holder. And yeah, I feel good running for it.
Now, you sound very South African. You were born and raised there, but you seem to have a Nigerian name. So tell us about the Nigerian connection.
So my father is actually Nigerian. We were born, me and my siblings were born here in South Africa. So yeah, so the name Udeme Okon is Nigeria. Yeah.
Since you started running, do you hear people asking you, are you Nigerian or what's the connection? Like, have you been hearing from Nigerian fans?
Definitely, because there's a lot of athletes in the warm-up here. They're asking me if I'm Nigerian, why am I representing South Africa? But yeah, I get those questions a lot.
And you were obviously born in South Africa, right? Yeah. You know, you definitely have that the accent. So definitely
the Nigerian accent comes out.
Born and bred South African. So, what are your hopes for not just the final, maybe winning a medal, and beyond here? Like after 1 year making so much progress, do you think you can do this on the world stage?
Definitely, I would be definitely wanting to make it for world champs next year. So obviously, I'll be putting in the work as to the build up of it. So yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, what must happen to these children? Must we investigate all of them and find out whether indeed they are all South Africans? When this boy wins gold, should he return the gold to South Africa or should he give it to Nigeria? Of course, I'm asking that question in a facetious manner, and I hope you understand what does that mean. But I do think that we have a crisis here, a crisis that is our own making. There's a lot of individuals like Udeme, which obviously the Chidima story highlighted. And this again, without seeking to politicize the matter, this would be normal in a country like South Africa or America. But what is making it to be abnormal today and to enter into a space of the allegations of Afrophobia is the fact that our government did not implement good governance in the past 30 years. Consequently, you have a lot of foreigners who are in our country illegitimately, who have literally usurped other people's identities, assumed other people's identities, incorrectly so. And a lot of South Africans were at the receiving end of a very difficult life where your identity has been stolen, where you cannot register your children for schooling, you can't register their birth in the country of their birth, by the way. Now, you heard that Udeme was born in South Africa. This is, of course, his own assertion. His mother is South African according to his own, but it's the same thing that Chidima would have said publicly, isn't it? Nevertheless, I think that our government should investigate all cases of children who have double barrel surnames and who also have dual citizenship, regardless of their skin color. But of course, we can only do this as and when they come or we become aware of them, isn't it? Just to certify and to put the citizens at ease so that there isn't any questions around the issue of people's identities. Now, I know others will seek to hijack this and make it to be Afrophobia and blah, 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 blah. Here is the issue to that. It's very difficult to fly from Europe and get through Johannesburg International or Cape Town International illegally. It's very easy to walk, drive, or take a horse ride or jump the border if you're an African to access South Africa. So let's just be realistic about it and stop being racist or tribalist about it. When I'm saying racist or tribalist, it's all these Africans who, by the way, have no dog in the fight because they are not South Africans. We have every reason to certify every individual. We have every reason to ask, because every individual that is here, regardless of what they are doing, they may be taking an identity that assuming an identity that is not theirs. That's a crime, good people. In this country, that is a crime. Okay? And that crime has normally victims. And those victims normally lose a lot in life. There's a video that is online that has been doing rounds where a child could not even get her matric certificate simply because her identity was stolen by some foreigner when her parents gave birth, and when she had to go and get an identity, which is an exercise I did recently for my 18-year-old. Just imagine if we went to the Home Affairs and we got there and it turns out that her ID number has already been issued to somebody else with her credentials. Just imagine that. That would be a serious problem, isn't it? Because right now she's writing matric, she needs that ID. And this is a problem that people who get to be exposed to, or rather get to be victims of these things. And that is why we need a robust system of Home Affairs. Yes, indeed, corruption is everywhere. However, you can't have a law that is predicated on not enforcing the laws or not implementing the consequence management required for those who perpetrate corruption, because we don't have a law that promotes corruption in South Africa. We are one of the very few countries in the world that have got robust laws. All what we need to do is to implement those laws. When we catch people, regardless of their age, the consequences must come in. It's just that simple. There should be consequence management to everything of this nature. So what do you think about this one? You tell me down below. Now, of course, others are going to come in and say, we are xenophobic, we are Afrophobic. Please don't waste your, your ink and your typing abilities, typing such nonsense. But you can tell me, however, what you think we should do to address a scenario where we can all live in the same country, considering the decisions our sisters have made of marrying foreigners and then having children by those foreigners, right? What should we then do in such instances? That's the question that I'm asking here. Okay, you tell me down below.